morning, everyone. It's Coach Karrie. I know that the Whole Life Challenge is coming up, and you're going to want to know some of the rules. So today what I'm going to do with this video is go over the basic rules of the Whole Life Challenge, and then if you have any questions, you can feel free to call or email me. First things first, you will be choosing a nutritional level. So you can go with performance, lifestyle, or kickstart. Performance is for people who are looking to who have a pretty good diet, but they're looking to maybe dial it in. You're looking to lean out just a little bit more than you already are. Performance, that would be the level for you. It is the hardest and most challenging level of all three. Lifestyle, that's the intermediate level. That's a level where it's a little more difficult, but it's manageable for most people. And it's something that's probably more sustainable for long term, whereas performance is something that is intense for those 8 weeks. So lifestyle might be more for the more average athlete. Lastly is kickstart. This is for people who have no nutritional background or very little, who want to make some small changes, or just essentially it's the easiest level of the three. Since you're already here and working out, all that this level will do is give you a couple of little things to work on throughout the 8 weeks of the challenge, and those little things do make a difference. There is a chart showing the different levels, which I will either post or email the PDF so that you can see what the different levels are, or I can get a link and put it in at the bottom of the video to show you what those nutritional levels are. Starting the challenge, we will be opening, the opening event is the 21st, as you all know, or you may have seen, and it is at noon. We're going to technically start the heats around 12:30 because we'll need to do measurements. I'm going to be putting up a heat poster shortly within the next day or two so that you can sign up for whatever heat you want to participate in. And you're going to want to try to come around 30 minutes before so that you can get your measurements done prior to doing the workout. So what is the workout this year? Well, the workout is a 9-minute AMRAP of 5 burpees, 10 sit-ups, 15 squats, and a 50-meter run. The total points for each round is 40. But your total score is how many reps you get. The only caveat is the run doesn't count. So you're going to want to just go as much as you can on all of those individual items, and just know the run actually ends up feeling a little bit like rest. Let's talk about the daily play. Each day you're going to log into the website, and you have an opportunity to get points for nutrition, exercise, mobilization, hydration, sleep, and lifestyle practices. So nutrition, you get anywhere from 0 to 5 points per day. The reason why you would get less than 5 points is if you ate an item that was not on your compliance list. So say one day you had a glass of wine, instead of getting 5 points for that day, you'd get 4. The thing about nutrition is you're not aiming for perfection. You're just aiming to get a little bit better than you have been. That's what this challenge is all about, because we're looking at a lot of different elements of your life. So all we're trying to do here is make sure that you're just a little bit better than you were when you started the challenge. Exercise is worth 5 points each day, so is mobilization, hydration, and sleep, and then the lifestyle practice. The 7th habit is called a reflection. So each day, to get the points for that, you would just post. It's almost like posting on Facebook. Just a little reflection of how you felt that day. My day went great. Today was terrible. I struggled with eating. I had a lot of cheese. I love chocolate. Whatever is going on in your world at that moment. And other people will end up commenting as well to give you cheer or support. Losing points during the nutrition, like I said, is completely expected. This is not about being perfect. We definitely don't want to try to be perfect. With the exercise, you have to do, let's move to the exercise. That is 10 minutes or more each day. And it's not simply, oh, I came to the gym today. 10 minutes of any kind of activity. You ran around with your kids. You took a walk with your dog. Any type of activity for at least 10 minutes that day, you get your 5 points. And it's a yes or no question. Mobilization is the next piece. And for that habit, you either get 0 or 5. You need 10 minutes of mobilization a day, and it doesn't have to be consecutive. You can mobilize 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening, and that will get you your 5 points. For hydration, you're going to be calculating 1/3 of your body weight, and that's how much water they want you to consume each day throughout that day. That includes water, coconut water, and herbal tea. Those 3 things count. Alcohol, soda, anything else, that does not count towards your hydration. Sleep. At the beginning, this is an interesting one, because at the beginning of the challenge, you're going to determine the amount of sleep that you'll earn for your 5 points. So there's no fixed time. Averages say that you should get at least 7. But if you're somebody who's a 4 or 5 hour a night sleeper, you may want to aim maybe an hour more than you would normally get. But pick a minimum that you know you can hit so that you can get those points. And then a lifestyle practice. Each week, they will introduce something new, such as meditation or taking 10 minutes for yourself. getting a little more sleep that week. So that is a 0 or 5-point element as well. And the reflection, that's 5 points. When do you enter your score? Each day you're going to enter your score online. And what you will do is, starting on day 1, you have from 7 p.m. that night until the next night at midnight to enter your score. So you have about a little bit more than 24 hours to enter your score each day. For nutrition, you put in your number of points. Everything else is yes or no. Then there's an element called a mulligan. What a mulligan is that if you completely forgot to log your points that day, you get a mulligan. If you do a kickstart level, which is the low base level nutrition, you get 3 mulligans. If you're at lifestyle level, which is that middle nutrition level, you get 2. And if you're at performance level, you get 1. You also get indulgence bonus, which is if you lose 2 or fewer points in a 4-day time frame, you get an extra point. So let's say you had a day where you only got 4 nutritional points, but you have an indulgence bonus, it'll just add it to that point for the day. You also get rest day bonus. So if you get 10 consecutive days of yes on your exercise, you will get a rest day bonus. So for a day where you said, no, I did not exercise, it will give you a yes. The next bonus is called a night owl bonus. So if you get a full night's sleep, according to your sleep schedule that you've determined at the beginning, and you do that for 6 consecutive days, you get a sleep day. So if you don't hit your target and you hit a no, it'll give you a yes. And lastly is the free day bonus. So lose 5 or fewer points in a 21-day time frame, and you will earn a free day, a day where everything will be yes and your 5 points. So that's pretty much it. That's the basics of the game. I'm sure that you're going to have questions. Feel free to come and talk to me about those questions, or you can email me, Karrie at Fittestry.com. That's Karrie at Fittestry.com. I'm here to answer any questions you have.
Say something.
Chad wants to say hi.
Howdy. 2 things I want to talk about here. Karrie kind of brushed over, but I wanted to get a little bit more in depth on. She said it's not about being perfect. It's also about not taking on too much at once. So I would pick just a couple of things and focus on those instead of trying to do everything. All right. Also, be realistic about how much change you can make in those things.
Absolutely.
So she touched on sleep. That's a perfect example. You know, you're not going to go from 4 hours on a regular basis to 8 hours all of a sudden. That takes a huge shift in your life to do that. It's just like weightlifting. You're not going to go from a 100-pound PR to a 300-pound PR in 2 months. It's just not realistic. So small goals that are small increases or decreases, whichever way you're going with it, and only pick a few different things, maybe 2, 3, 4 things at max to focus on instead of trying to fix everything at once.
Well, and if I may, one of the things is 2 or 3 of these elements you may already have dialed in. So if you already have, let's say, the exercise element dialed in, obviously that's not going to be one you're going to put a ton of focus on. You're going to want to pick the ones that, the 2 or 3 items that are the most challenging to you personally, I would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't focus on that at all. I would put that at a place where you're already consistent with it and forget about it and just do that. Yeah,
and just put yes for that day because you know you're going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So that's what I would focus on, because everybody gets in the mindset, oh, I'm going to do more and I'm going to get more results at the end of this. And that is true. If you do 100% across the board and change everything, you will probably see more results at the end. But you also exponentially increase the chance of you falling off at the end. We've seen it time and time. I mean, 7 years we've been doing this. Yeah. We've seen it so many times. People get amazing results, they fall off, they go right back to where they are. You get in that circle of doing well and then falling off, and then doing well and falling off. So don't do that. If you want it to last for a long time, slow, consistent changes, just stick to what you can do.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's a perfect point.
Awesome.
It's not about being perfect. It's just about having a good time, hanging out with friends. We're going to have activities throughout as well where we can come together. It's not just going to be on weekends. Some will be on weekends, some will be on weeknights. So you're going to get a chance to maybe meet certain people that you may not work out with. So it's really going to create a camaraderie as well. And that really is a big piece of why we're doing this. Not about, hey, you need to be perfect in every single thing that's an element in this game.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if you have questions, email me. You can call me. You can text me. You can find me. I'm here all during the week. So if you have questions, please let me know. Bye.